Thank you so much. Ya la 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 ya, ya la la ya ya ya, la 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 ya ya, ya la la ya ya, ya la la ya ya, ya ya, ay ay ya, ay la ya ya ya, ay la la. other's voices. Ay, ay, ay. That makes a huge difference. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 oh. Ay, la, la, ay, oh. Ay, la, la, ay, oh. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, la, la, ay, ay, oh. Ay, la, la, ay, oh. Ay, 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 oh.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
I love the experience of closing my eyes during a welcoming song with a room and a Zoom room that's close to empty, and then opening my eyes and it's like, oh my gosh, there are people in this community that are coming. Welcome to folks who are here in person. Welcome to folks on Zoom and on YouTube. My name is Rabbi Joey. I have long curly hair. I use he, him pronouns and big glasses on tonight.
My name is Rabbi Ariel, she, her pronouns, curly hair and glasses on tonight.
You all hire some, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe I think we might just be, we do this thing where because the microphone is on, Rabbi Joey and I are like, can you hear? So we will.
Thanks for the request.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anyone here who's here for the very first time?
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Please come say hi to us after the service. We'd love to get to know you. And is there anyone here who's here for the first time in a very long time? Yay. Welcome back. I've been thinking this last week about two song lyrics. On Tuesday morning, as the snow fell, I was humming the Great Prince anthem, Sometimes It Snows in April. And thinking of my partner Adele's great rebuke to that song, it always snows in April, sometimes it snows in May. And then today, as I felt the sun, I was thinking of a line from the song Milk Crates by the folk punk band Pigeon Pit. The winter passes, my jaw unclenches, the fern outside my windows learn to open wide. I love these words and the ways in which these cities transform in the first weeks of spring, in which we collectively open up. As we turn into Shabbos, I invite us to follow Pigeon Pit's imperative, to unclench the muscles that we no longer need, to strain, to untangle all the knots in our bodies and minds that have been keeping us safe and tight, to relax a little bit more deeply into the promise of Shabbos. And to bring us into this spaciousness, we'll need a little bit of help. We put out a call for folks who have joined the community as members over the last couple months. Are there any of those folks who are here in person who might be willing to come up and help us light candles? Yay. Please come on up. I'll meet you up there. You can find the words for our You can find the words for our candle blessing on page 2 in your Siddur. It's a very complicated system. They're going to go like this.
Shabbat Shalom. So dear ones here in person and dear ones on Zoom who have joined community in these last months, welcome and a blessing to you. Thank you for counting yourselves in. Thank you for bringing your wisdom and your talents and your heartache and your yearning to this community. And I just want to invite you to look around for a moment, look around at this group of people assembled and imagine them like a fractal of all of the hundreds of families that comprise and humans that comprise this community. And imagine that web unfurling. May this web be a home for you for years to come. May you experience uplift in times of joy and robust and heartfelt support in times of challenge. And may we keep counting on each other, learning from each other, deepening with each other. I cannot wait to get to know what Shir Tikva becomes with you here. So welcome. What a gift. Good Shabbos, everyone.
A few more brachot to make, some happy things to celebrate. And to start us in that, I'll invite up Darcy to stand right here. Darcy, I am beyond blessed to have the opportunity to help you enter your year of Lev, 32. 32 is written in Hebrew and Lamed, in Hebrew with the letters Lamed Bet, meaning heart. Darcy, may this be a year of deep feeling, of feeling the gratitude of community, of gamers and daveners, of dreamers and schemers for justice. May this be a year of tenderness, of not just leading and holding, but being held. And as we go from strength to strength, from this birthday blessing to yours and your cohort's adult bar mitzvah next weekend, may simcha, deep delight and joyful strength beat through your big heart. And we call out together and bless Darcy with our hands. Mazel tov.
Yay.
Thank you so much, Darcy. And one more blessing. I'm going to invite up Rachel Halpern.
Yay.
Blessing upon blessing. Rachel, I get to bless you on your 60th birthday, or thereabout. As I did with Darcy, I often bless folks here with a word in Hebrew that has the numeric value of the year that they're entering. And Rachel, I want to bless you with the word hine, behold. This word appears all over our tradition, particularly at moments where the divine calls out to someone and they reply, hineni, behold, here I am. In essence, this word means something like, I am here, maybe a little scared, a little excited, and I'm going to be here and witnessed in style. Rachel, may this be a year, a decade, a lifetime where you are seen and heard in relationship and community. May you continue to show up in style through the hard, the joyous, and the intense flow of being on this earth. We again will send blessings in your direction, calling out Mazal Tov. We'll sing our way into the service, starting on page 12, number 3 online.
Lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya letzor yisheinu nekadem afanav betoda bizmirot nariya lo lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya letzor yisheinu nekadem afanav betoda Bizmirot Narialo Hayalai Yalalai-yo Yalalai-yalai Yalalalai Yalalai-yalai Yalalai-yo We'll continue on page 13, the whole psalm. Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz.
Shiru l'Adonai, baruch shemo, basru miyom leyom, Yeshuato, wa-da-da-da-da.
Sapru v'goyim kevodo bechol amim nifleotai.
Ki gadol Adonai, halal me'od, norahu al kol Elohim.
Yalalalai ki kol Elohei hamim elilim v'Adonai shamayim asah.
Holod ve'hadar lefanav oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho.
Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz yiram hayam u'melot.
Habadadada yahalo sahadai v'chol asher bo haz yeranenu kol atzei ya'ar.
Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz.
Yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim be'emunato. We turn to page 16, 5 lines down on the page. we'll call out on number 1 on your colorful sheets, calling out for any of the, from the place of depletion, calling out for any of the strength that we need tonight.
Ana bechoach, bechoach, gedulat yemincha, yemincha, tatir tzerura, kabel rinatamcha, sagveinu, tareinu, nora. Ana bechoach gedulat yemincha, tatir tzerura, tatir tzerura, kabel rinat amecha, sagveinu tareinu nora. Ay, 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 alai. Ay, 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 alai. Ay, 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 alai. Ay, 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 oh. Ay, 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 alai. Ay, 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 alai. Ay, 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 alai. Ay, 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 oh. Ana bechoach, bechoach, gedulat yemincha, yemincha, tatir tzerura, kabel rinat amcha, sagveinu tareinu nora. We come to the Chadodi now, which we'll turn to on page 20. And I feel like COVID time has given me a great opportunity on a personal level to learn how to daven while I'm multitasking. I don't know if you've noticed. But I feel like Lechadodi as a piyut, as a poem, gives us the chance to actually say, it's okay if our minds are in multiple places at once. We have time, right? We don't have to rush to Shabbat. We don't have to have the perfect kavanah in the moment. It's the work of it. It's the focus of it. It's the finding it and losing it and finding it again, right? It's not, Lechadodi gives us a chance to enter Shabbat resisting scarcity. Not just resisting scarcity, but creating a different way of relating to it, right? And so I offer my own practice of davening while parenting as but one in the multiverse of options of how it is we daven as a community, right? How it is that we find our way with whatever it is we're living through in this moment, whatever it is we're bringing into the space, our hopes. And God willing, there's at least one of us in the space who's like, perfectly in the zone. Thank you. If that's you, thank you for being here. And for the fullness, oh, that's right. And for the fullness of our community, wherever we are, literally in time or space, if we can allow Lechadodi to lead us there without worry of whether we're going to find Shabbat, but just that willingness to say, I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm here, and if I just keep being here, I'm going to be in Shabbat. So we'll turn together to page 20, and it's our practice, if you wish, to come out on 50th Street, if you're here in the sanctuary, to greet Shabbat. Sometimes there's an airplane bringing the Shabbat bride right when we go out, which is kind of fun. Let's sing.
Lechadodi ya 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 likra kala ya 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 pene Shabbat nekabela שמור וזכור בדיבורך השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלחקים מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוך הסוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 פני שבת נקבלה מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה קומי צאי מתוך ההפך הרב לך שבט בעמק הבכה והוא יחמול עלייך לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 פני שבת נקבלה התנערי מעפר קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך מעל יד בן ישי בית הלך מקרבה אל נפשי גאה לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה איי 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 לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 פני שבת נקבלה איי 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 לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 פני שבת נקבלה לא תבושי ולא תקלי מה תשכחי ומה תהמי בך יחסו חני עמי ונפנתה עיר עתילה איי 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 לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 פני שבת
B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. V'hayu l'shisa shosai. V'rachaku kol mevalayich. Ya'asis alayich Elohayich. Kimsos chatan, chatan. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Yaminu smol tifrotzi v'etz Adonai taritzi. Al yadi shpen parzi v'nismecha v'nagila. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Bohi v'shalom ateret ba'ala. Gam besimcha u'v'sochala. Toch emunei am segula. Bohi kala. Bohi kala. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. We'll find our way into the evening service, rising in body or spirit, stretching our legs again on page 28, number 8 online. Ya da dum ba ya ya ya. seated. We'll turn to the next page, page 30. In this, we pray for a God that creates light and who allows for darkness. I'd invite folks, as we wind our way into this prayer, to notice the quality of the light in the room tonight, the beauty of the last parts of this day coming through our window, the shadows it casts, the colors around us. Taking a big breath in and out.
הוא מעביר יום ומביא לילה, הוא מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים.
On page 32, we give thanks to a God that brings love into the world. I invite folks to call to mind someone who has given you wild support, love, or who you've cared for in the last little while. Taking a big breath in and out.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, והם נגי יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
If it's your tradition, feel free to stand for the Shema on page 34.
Shema Yisrael. כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
You may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We'll turn to page 40. Yalai, yalalai, yalalalalai, alai, yalalalalai, alai, yalai, yalalalalai, alai, yalalalalai. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאה לו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, קהל ישראל.
In a moment, we'll turn forward to page 42 and sing the words of Hashkivenu, praying for peace. We sing out these words a few days shy of 6 months of war in Israel and Palestine. We'll hold this marker in time together at the end of Shabbos at 7:30 tomorrow evening with Havdalah here and online. Personally, I'm going to be singing tonight and tomorrow with the grief that this violence has lasted this long, and with the gratitude for the ways that this community has held each other through 6 months of sorrow. We sing together on page 42. 3 lines down.
סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ועל ירושלים. We'll turn together to page 44 and rise in body and spirit as we sing Vishamru, the song about our relationship with Shabbat.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We move our way into the Amidah, into quiet prayer on page 46, starting together in song.
Bye. Page 62. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru imru amen. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la la yalla ya, yalla la la yalla lo, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la la yalla la, yalla la la yalla la la, yalla la la la, alla la la la, alla la yalla yo, alla la la ya yo.
In a moment, we'll pray for healing. You can find the words of our prayer number 2 on your colorful sheets, El Na Refa Na La. Before we sing those words together, I'll take a moment to look around the room, and I invite folks to say the names of anyone in your life that's in need of prayers tonight. Once I look all the way around, we'll find our way into song together. Tonight, we're praying for
When the world is sick, can no one be well? Well, I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong. Ay, 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 oh. Ay, 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 oh. Ay, ay,
Good Shabbos. So this is great. I start my Devar Torah talking about my kids who are usually not here during the sermon time. They've usually gone to the bedtime struggle, but here they are. So you have visual aids. That's who I'm talking about. So on Shabbat goes the tradition, grown-ups bless children. We stretch our hands out and bless, using words of Torah. And before I became a parent, I had all sorts of fantasies about what it would feel like to bless my kids. The flow of love and nurture that would move between us, the pause. You're already laughing. Oh no. The pause from the rush of life. And then as your laughter is already, it was a spoiler, reality check. On the Fridays that I'm home with my kids and I reach out to bless them, they're squirmy. They don't want to sit still. One refuses to let me put my hands on her head. They resist standing next to each other. And instead of a moment of obvious connection, oh, Moira, I know, you stay, it's great. We usually form a tableau of family dynamics, reaching towards, leaning away, striving, falling short. And at Shir Tikva, we've developed a practice over many years now of blessing each other on Shabbat that flows, thank God, with more ease. Our blessers on Zoom offer words and wishes to the fullness of our community, and those blessings often run counter to the challenge and heartache of our moment with sweetness and resolve. And I wonder what it's been like for our Zoom blessers to offer these blessings week in and week out since 2020. The ways that these blessings have helped us close the distance between us, the ways that they've given us a chance to offer what feels clear or to reach for what feels absent. And I wonder whether and when our Zoom blessers have felt those blessings return to them, whether you have been able to offer and receive at the same time. In this week's Parsha, Parshat Shmini, we get a twinned instance of people blessing each other. V'yisa Aharon et yadav el ha'am vayvarchem. As Aaron's first act as priest, he lifts his hands towards the people and blesses them. Now, Midrash imagines Aaron raising his hands and offering the priestly blessing, what will become Birkat Kohanim, the blessing that we actually say each week, and the blessing that adults say over kids' heads. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisem lecha shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you, and may you find peace. Rashi imagines that when Aaron offers the sacrifices and blesses the people, he has this image that Shekhinah will descend as a result of these actions. And it doesn't. And so he thinks, God must be mad at me. I must have done something wrong. And that's why Shekhinah has not come. That's why the presence of God, the sort of imminent presence of God, has not arrived. And Aaron turns to Moses and said, hey, why did you set me up like this? You're the one who told me what to do, and God didn't show up. And according to Midrash, Moses then enters the tent with Aaron, and they sing a song together. And then they bless the people again. And then, finally, Shekhinah arrives. And according to Midrash, Moses and Aaron together bless the people using different words than Aaron had used by himself. They use words from Psalm 90. Isn't that amazing? That apparently this is one of a psalm that's attributed to Moses, and that our words that we will use as part of our liturgy of counting the Omer in just a few weeks, they say together, Vihi noam Adonai Eloheinu aleinu, uma'aseh yadenu konana aleinu, uma'aseh yadenu konanehu. May sacred beauty, divine favor, godly pleasantness be upon us, and let the work of our hands prosper. Prosper the work of our hands. Let's think about this blessing sandwich. They receive first a blessing of protection, of well-being and peace, and then they're blessed with something aspirational, that beauty and prosperity and connection with the divine might come through ma'aseh yadenu, the work of our hands. In our parsha, one blessing doesn't exist without the other. Receiving blessing and making blessings manifest. The second blessing doesn't come to replace the other, but they hold together, completing each other. And of course, we know the first blessing travels through Jewish history, through the mouths and the hands of priests, to the mouths of adults, extending blessings to young people through their outstretched hands. And then the second blessing comes to say, may the blessings of your hands bring goodness. Opening our hands, metaphorically, is vulnerable and inviting and generous, and extending that offering can be exhausting. And accordingly, Talmud wonders, who blesses the blessers? The priests bless the people, but who blesses the priests? Rabbi Yishmael jumps to the task to answer and says, learn from Torah that priests bless the people and God blesses the priests. It won't surprise you to know that there are many differing opinions, but we're going to focus on Rabbi Yishmael tonight. It's not so simple. But let's think about that. The priests bless the people, and God blesses the priests, and who do the people bless? God. So in Rabbi Yishmael's imagining, we create a ring of blessing. People to God, God to priests, priests to the people, and again and again and again, those that are tasked with offering blessing also receive. There is no beginning and there is no end. Blessing is praise. Blessing is the wish for protection and peace. Blessing is the possibility that the work of our hands might bring beauty into the world. Our parsha gives us the blessing of generations of outstretched hands, wishing for a world more peaceful and more whole than the one in which we find ourselves in every generation. So let's imagine, and by hands, I'm using the imagery of hands, but I want us to imagine it's the extension of energy and generosity, hands as metaphor. Let's imagine the priests reaching to the people and loving grown-ups reaching towards generations of children. Let's imagine generations of activists and creators and teachers and gardeners holding their hands out with gentleness. Each of you, each of us offer blessings with our hands and our hearts outstretched. And I imagine our Zoom blessers, who for over 150 Shabbatot have offered our community blessings. And I wonder, have you felt blessings flowing back to you? Now, Talmud teaches that when the priest's only job in this was to show up. That was their foundational job, to stretch their hands out and to bless when it was time. So could this be the chance, this Shabbat, before we enter the month of Nisan, this Shabbat of eclipse, this Shabbat of marking 6 months of catastrophic war, could this be the chance to practice both offering and receiving blessing? To notice the parts of us that are squirrely and resistant to receiving blessings and reach towards those parts. To notice the parts of us that need blessing and to reach towards those parts. To notice the parts of us that are exhausted by all this reaching and release. And I imagine our community opening to each other, extending to each other maybe, or maybe holding our own hearts or our own tender faces in our hands. Reminding ourselves and each other that we are connected in a web of blessing in our moment and throughout time. Vihi noam Adonai Eloheinu aleinu, u'ma'aseh yadeinu konana aleinu, u'ma'aseh yadeinu konanehu. May beauty and well-being be available to us. And may the work of our hands and our hearts bring blessing in this broken moment. Let us offer what is possible, accept what we need, and make of our lives a blessing. Good Shabbos. So we will bless. Isn't that nice? It's a meta. We talk about blessing and then we bless using the words that Aaron offered us, which is pretty incredible. So if you want to turn to the colorful sheets, we can sing together, and then I will invite our Zoom blessers to both offer and receive blessings. How about that? Hamalach hagoel oti, hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim, vaykarev bahem shemi. V'shem avotai, Avraham ve'Yitzchak, ve'yidgulai rov b'kerev haaretz. Yisimchem Elohim kesara, kerivka, kerachel u'chelea, k'Efraim v'chi Menashe. יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. יללי, I'm amazed. The Zoom people are reflecting on their experience of blessing, which is also a blessing, and I can't wait to read what you wrote. May we let our hardened hearts gently open again. May we be blessed to use our hands as branches of a tree reaching out, lifting in joy, flowering in beauty. May our voices be a blessing to God, and may God's blessing reach those who need it most. May our children receive the blessings of our hearts. May hearts healing slowly find peace. May we cultivate a world of hope and preserve life above all else. May our blessings sustain us and reach and strengthen those in need of brachot. May love encompass you simply for being human. May this loving process of blessing through the Zoom space continue to bring us connection and comfort. May we do all we can to bless the children of Gaza. May we be able to expand our capacity for discomfort to show up more fully for ourselves and others. May we give oh so generously with the knowledge that the universe is blessing us. May the blessings continue in a circle forever as we bless the blessers back and forth. May we be held gently even as these contradictions threaten to stretch us apart and snap us in half. May we reach and bless when we can, and then let our hands rest and receive the blessings back to us. May we find comfort as we feel cracked open in grief. May we welcome the stranger. Kain yehi ratzon. Yalalai, yalalai, ay, ay. Yalalai, yalalai, ay, ay.
We'll begin to close out our service on page 284, Rising in Body or Spirit.
V'hashevota el levavecha ki Adonai hu Elohim v'hashevota el levavecha ki Shekhinah hi Elohim Ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
You may be seated. We come now to Kadisha Tome, to Mourner's Kaddish, which is a chance for us to remember those who have died recently and those who have died at this time in years past. And it's the tradition in our community to share stories of people that we're remembering, short stories, like think 1 to 3 sentences, but just a way for us to be able to remember your beloveds with you. We've been pausing before Kadisha Tome to ground in the tremendous loss of life. These many months in Israel-Palestine. And we sing Oseh Shalom, knowing that it's not possible to hold all of these names in our mouths. Oseh Shalom bimromav uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel yaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael yaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. So we are observing the yard sites of Brian Berkowitz, Sheldon's cousin, Macy Salzberger, Ron's father, Ruth Atkin, Rondi's mom. Rondi's outside. Rabbi Joy, do you want to just peek in? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Rondi might feel embarrassed about this, but it also feels like... Okay, great. Flora Bloom, Neil's mom. Kay Coburn, Aaron Smith's great-grandmother. Anita Dinnerstein, Rachel Dinnerstein, Jabel's mother. Wayne English, Jessica English, Titleman's father. Alice Gard, Frank's mother. Louise Gordon, Pamela Gard's aunt. Mary Kleinman, Ian Schoenwald's grandmother. Sophie Lebowski, Deb Silverstein's grandmother. Emma Lou, Laura's mother. Sarah Mednick, Stu's grandmother. Albert Perez, Sophia Wood's uncle. Jean Rame, Lily's mom. Maria Reyes, Sophia Wood's grandmother. Sophie Riedel, Claude's mother. Barbara Siegel, Rachel Edelschick's grandmother. Francesca Isabella Constance Smith, Teddy Holt's beloved friend. And David Weinberg, Neil Gossman's grandfather. I wonder, are there other people that we're remembering tonight that you'd want to share their names?
So last week was the yard site of my grandmother, Bella Milvitskaya. She passed away 8 years ago in Russia. She was born and raised there. And she passed away because she went to the hospital and she was just getting a checkup and they did not move her enough and she got a blood clot and she passed away. It was very sudden. But I remember her as a really, really strong woman. And the memory that I'd like to share is when I was like in elementary school and I was being bullied and I talked to her about it. Me and her, we spoke in Russian because she wasn't like very good at English. And so she taught me the phrase "kazli vanyuchuk," which means stinky asshole. And she told me that if the kids were bullying me, that I should call them that in Russian, and I can't get in trouble because no one else knows what it means. So that was really the spirit of her.
I'd like to remember Mike McQuiston. He was a friend and coworker, and I think I would like him to be remembered for his sense of humor and his love of messing with people. He had a below-the-knee amputation and a prosthetic, but you would never know that when you saw him. And he liked to sit at the bar and bet unsuspecting strangers that he could put his foot on the ceiling without getting up from the bar seat. And then he'd take off his leg and hold it up to the ceiling.
Realize it's actually been a decade since my paternal grandmother passed away. This past Sunday was the yahrzeit, March 31st. I always like to think that she had a very difficult family life with her first husband, my dad's paternal grandfather, but ended up finding love and being married to a wonderful man for many years, who I knew as my actual grandfather.
My Savta Penny Shavit passed away about a week ago. Wanted to add her name in. Thank you. My grandma Jo, her yahrzeit was last Shabbat. And I was thinking about what I wanted to say, and she was born in 1915 and died in her late 90s. And she loved her nephew Frankie, who was very proudly out and gay, and was actually a really big advocate here, which I didn't find out until many years later. But in the height of the AIDS pandemic in the 90s, she just loved him, regardless of being a staunch Catholic who went to church every Sunday. So I kind of think of her that way, and a very kind lady.
So I invite our community please to rise and to turn to page 294 for Kadisha Tom.
וחייכון וביומכון ובחיי תכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה ברכו ואלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. Folks can be seated.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos.
I'm MJ Gilbert. I'm on the board at Shir Tikva. Thank you for being here. It is always a joy to be together. At the end of the service, if you would do us all the favor of taking your sidurim, your prayer books, and your little colored sheets back over there and separating them into nice piles, that would be a mitzvah. Mazal Tov to Darcy and to Rachel on your birthday celebrations. And thank you, Rachel, for hosting tonight's Oneg in honor of your birthday. Yay. Thank you to everybody who made tonight possible. Our beloved rabbis, Gordon, the Makom Minion, Julie Jacobs, Lori Sweet. Thank you to our Shomrim and our security service, Squirity, for your steady presence and for making us feel safe in our space. There's always a lot going on at Shir Tikva. There are weekly programming updates in the e-news and on the website. Next week, on Shabbat evening, it will be a mask recommended service. If that is not your thing, please join us on Zoom. Be a blessing bringer and a blessing receiver. I listened. The Adult B Mitzvah cohort of 2024 is so excited to invite you to their collective celebration a week from Saturday. Ave, Darcy, Michelle, and Moon have been working hard over the last 2 years. April 13th, please come celebrate. Are you interested in getting more involved in social justice work?
I hope the answer is yes.
I mean, you can nod. But also feeling like it's hard to know where to plug in? The Soil Tenders Social Justice Committee is piloting a program that can help. Please share your contact information. You will see a link where? In the e-news. And you'll get occasional emails with news, small-scale projects you can support, all kinds of ways, big and small, that you can feel connected to this work. Your presence will support local movements and also help Shir Tikva to show up as Shir Tikva. Would you like to cultivate a stronger, more supported base of membership for our community? I'm nodding. Yes. You don't have to nod with me, but I'm nodding vigorously. Please join the membership committee. If you are a member of Shir Tikva, you qualify. If you're not sure if you're a member of Shir Tikva, this is, and I know I said this last week too, but I get to do an announcement twice in a row. This is the reason we need a membership community. There are people out there, I've spoken with them on the phone in the last couple weeks, who don't actually know if they're members. Let's help them find out. Chat with or email Jonah Rothstein for more information. Oh, so many opportunities here. These are the best announcements. Whoever is Nicolina writing the announcements?
It's a whole mix of people.
Well, yesher koach to the announcement writers. Do you like funky admin projects?
That's Nick.
Yeah, that involve Canva or visual mediums or visual media, as the case may be. Nicolina is looking for a volunteer for a simple but vital, ongoing volunteer project based in Canva. Please email Nicolina if you are interested. There's nothing on here about it, but our annual spring celebration is coming up. I know this because some of you have gotten annoying phone messages from me or had lovely phone conversations with me. But you can read about that where? In the e-news. A reminder, finally, that this community, if this community is what we want this community to be, shows up for one another. And if you need somebody from this community to show up for you, please reach out to our rabbis so that they can activate the Shir Tikva network of support. Receive blessings. Give blessings. Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos. Oh, good Shabbos. Thank you so much, MJ. What incredible announcements. Just a note, as Rabbi Joey mentioned, tomorrow at 7:30, we're going to have a program here in the sanctuary and on Zoom, a ritual space of Havdalah and a lot of chance to sing and reflect as we mark 6 months since October 7th, and just give a space for people to register in our bodies and to just do some softening, God willing, from the impact of these last many months. Okay, here we are. Good Shabbos. We're about to go out and enjoy a beautiful oneg. Thank you so much. And just wishing our birthday humans happy, happy birthdays. Let's bless, shall we?
You can find the words of the blessing for wine on page 5. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, barei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitzanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh, zecher letziad mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta im kol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh et hashabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tehavon. We'll end in song.
Okay. Ya la 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 ya, ya la la ya ya ya, a la la ya yo, a la la ya yo, a la yo, ya la la ya ya yo, a la la ya yo, ay 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 yo. Shabbat Shalom. Before you head out to the Oneg Hall to have a snack, I just want to name that there are many amazing people in this room who I know are amazing, but I don't think you know each other. So my invitation to you as you head out to the Oneg Hall is also to introduce yourself to someone who you don't know yet, because I am very excited to see what connections you are able to make. So good Shabbos. Good Shabbos to our Zoom friends. See you soon. Ya la 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 ya.